And welcome back to Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. I finally got the grappling hook and I will be making use of it now. Basically, you use it to attach onto these things and you can swing right over. It can also be used to grab items from enemies, such as chews for their chew jelly and moblins for their, well, joy pendants. Why they carry those, I don't know. Which leads me to wonder why Mo was giving that girl those things rather than joy pendants, but there you go. So we basically make our way around the outside of this volcano-y thing using the grappling hook that Medlai gave us. It has quite a lot of uses and is probably one of my favourite ways to get around in this game. The most favourite is the hook shot by far. Everybody loves the hook shot. So now we're back in here, and we're also back to these. Hold on a sec. How's that sorted out? No, it's made everything a lot worse. Why is it not sorting? There we go. That took far too long. Anyway. And there you go. You can take more items from them, but I think the only useful one, god damn it. The only useful item you get from those is the joy pendant. There we go, now it's fixed. Sort of. I really wish there was a better way to turn it off. At least when I'm out of this dungeon, it'll pretty much be smooth sailing from here. Ow. Okay, so we have now created a chest down there, but how on earth do we get this chest? Well, it's funny you should say that, because the do not do thing is what you actually have to do. There we go. Oof, just made it. But you're probably wondering how the hell you get back up. Well, luckily there's some conveniently placed geysers that help you get up. I think, yeah, there's geysers on the side so you can use these pots to launch yourself back up if you really want to. Now we're in here. Chop it! Oh fuck. Well, you get the idea. I'm supposed to do a spin attack to take all three parts of the rope out. Not just the one, which I accidentally did. Let's try this again. There we go. Oh. Well, I've got guys are holding it up at the moment. And down we go. So now we head across here, and we are basically on our way to get to the boss key. I'm still keeping the boss a secret for those who don't know, but man, I don't care. Alright. And I've forgotten what to do. Ah, never mind. Mind a false alarm. Oh my god, that goes weird. Now I have to backswing onto it. Fantastic. Apparently grappling hooks manage to kill bats somehow. This has made the game a lot more awkward than it needs to be because of this camera glitch. But again, it's better than having the horrible blurry effects all over the place. Ah. Oh god. Sorry I'm being quite quiet, but I've said all that I pretty much need to say. The only thing left to really talk about is probably the boss. But anyway, here's the main item itself, the boss key. in a rather nice designed chest. Oh, hang on, what am I doing? I need this guy. Yep, you can actually pick them up while they're like that. Do you know what? For the sake of holding the boss key up. It's got such a nice design. It was pretty much copied and pasted for Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. Not that that's a bad thing, though. There we go. The sooner I get out of this dungeon, the better. I don't like saying it, but I kind of have to get out of it. So now we're introduced to a fire keys. It's basically a keys that just decided to set itself on fire. They get really clever with their enemies, they do, Nintendo. Most efficient way to take care of them is probably the grappling hook. There's nothing behind me, is there? No. Should be able to make that. So now that we have the boss key, we can now make our way back to the area where the boss door is. Of course, that's what you do with boss keys. Which is, in other words, what this was really made for. This dungeon is really quite short when you know everything you're doing. Whee! And now we have to deal with some fire keys in here. There is another way to get back to the boss room, but I'm going to do it the normal way. You could just use the save and restart trick. Damn it! Just as I was about to throw. Yeah, you could just use the save and restart trick, and that would take you to the start of the dungeon, in which you could use to make... Oh, damn it, I'm going to miss that. Oh no, just got it. Yeah, you can use the jar to take you back to the boss. And that took me far too long to say. This pretty much wraps it up nearly for this dungeon, actually. I'm not going to bother changing the camera because the moment I get past this little area, I would have had to change it back again. Makes me curious of what the boss fight's going to look like. Right. Always save before a boss fight. Nope. Whee! Okay, this is quite odd. Either he doesn't see me or he just doesn't want to play. Knight's Crest. Right, these are important for Orca. Knight's Crests are used to do the Hurricane Spin, which is probably one of my favourite moves in all the Zelda games. Sadly, there was no way it could have made an appearance in Skyward Sword. And, of course, wouldn't be Zelda without a fairy. Now I've just captured its life for eternal use inside my bottle. Which looks quite pixely in the little JPEG on the left. Anyway, now that all that is sorted, we can now go for the boss of this dungeon. With a really nice designed boss lock. Actually, can I shift and W this? No, shift and R. There we go. There is still the effects. Oh god, the camera. That kind of ruined the moment, didn't it? So, Goma, main boss of this game. Basically, he just sits in that pool of lava doing nothing. Well, attacking you occasionally. Ouch, like that. So, basically, what you have to do is you have to zoom up. I cannot see fuck all. You're supposed to wait until he does that, in which case you can just use the grappling hook on Balu's tail so you can swing across. And, well, you'll see. This will drop a rock on him, which will crack his skull. You have to do this if you want to get at his weak point. Just quickly grab him some health. This boss actually tore some people off because it is not actually clear that you have to swing on the dragon's tail in order to beat the boss. Naturally, your solution would be to try and grab the face to pull it down. But I suppose Nintendo would have already anticipated people to do that. Very nice design there. This boss is very simple. Usually I can defeat it without taking damage whatsoever, but because I've been busy faffing about with a faulty camera and talking, it had a bit of a problem. So now that all that has been cracked, he just gets frustrated and tears the lot off. Here's the Goma we all know. This guy can be considered King Goma. Oop. And that's basically what you're getting at with this guy. And that's that, really. Yeah, I was better off doing the boss fight without turning that on at all. The fixed fire glitch. It's not that bad. If you want to see the boss fight in better action without my annoying talking, that video will be uploaded after this one. Maybe. So now I get my first heart container and first dungeon is now complete. Which did not take so long at all. Because I'm just an absolutely talented gamer. Not sure why all these hearts are about though. Seriously though, basically the Raito tribe have to go through the cavern to see Valu and grab the, I think it's a scale or something, to be able to get their wings. It's something like that. It's kind of a dopey idea, considering that that place was a death trap. You can't blame the Goma monster on it. And the dragon's drowning out my talking. You, with the Din's Pearl, you got some apologising to do. His textured mouth. Yes, I think you do. You should be sorry. And as usual, Link just causes everyone to think he's some sort of role model. Funny enough, this saves you asking him for it because, well, I didn't ask him for it. He just sort of gives it to you. After doing the dungeon as well. And here is the text, Hylian. You will not be able to understand it unless you beat the game. Right, now this is where the Wind Waker starts to become a little bit more important. The wind is not blowing in the right direction at all. So basically, I need to go to this wind shrine and learn the Wind's Requiem, in which lets me control the wind to blow in any direction I choose. This will be useful for a few puzzles and of course to sail to my destinations. Probably should set this. Don't know why they put the wind shrine over here, but there you go. This will probably be the most used conduction thingy of the game. So now that we have that, we can control the wind! Yay! And then this guy appears. Zephos. Could he potentially be quoting a certain YouTuber? Hold on. Sorry about that. Anyway, yes, he is now talking about Cyclos, which is his brother and also a chap who summons up these massive cyclones, which will throw you off course. So, I will be dealing with that guy the moment I get the bow. If I try to deal with him now, well, he'll just laugh and send me off God knows where. So, now we pretty much set sail into a completely different place. Yeah, probably. So, basically, now he says we have to set sail south the moment it lets me get inside the boat. Ah, I have to set the wind first. Go figure. You would have thought it would have set the wind south anyway. Instead it's blowing east. Alright. Now that will end it for this video. Oh, you are kidding me! I'm gonna kill someone. Okay. Next time, I will be going off to the second dungeon to get Pharaoh's Pearl. I blaze the dragon and see you next